Okay, here's the thing. So I was just minding my own business, washing my hair, and after doing that, a whole lot of it fell out. Now, before I show you all the gross photos of the hair that just fell out of my head, causing me to burst into a sad sack of tears, we need to talk about why this happened. Brace yourself. SWOOP! Okay, so basically, I have been in a long-term love-hate relationship with my hair. Like, basically since I can remember, I've loved to hate it. Now, it's not like I never appreciated or liked my hair so much as that for the entire time of me growing up, no one else did. And they made sure to tell me that all the time. Alright, to be totally honest, I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, so as a biracial black kid, I stood out, whether I wanted to or not. And like kids so often do with things that they don't understand or they aren't taught to understand, they're assholes. So as a result of all of the bullying, I developed a pretty strong hatred for the thing that made me stick out and blamed myself for all of the shitty things that kids said about me. It was a lot of fun. So fast forward into the future where I have become a grown-ass woman who has kind of sort of figured out how to take care of the things shooting out of my head, but a while ago I had decided that I wanted to grow my hair super long, and that was kind of my form of rebellion against all of those asshats who made me feel like a tiny piss for having naturally curly hair, which also basically guaranteed a lifetime of snagging on everything that I walk by, never being able to fit my hair in hats, and endless hours of detangling every single week, so I guess I showed them. Like at one point I had actually decided that like I don't just want lots of long hair. I wanted like lots and lots and lots of hair. All of the hair, give me all of the hair. It was really just like the bigger, the longer, the better. Well, that's what she said. I'm sorry. One thing was clear to me. When I saw a whole bunch of it fall out right in front of me the other day, I felt like I was punched in the face by those troglodyte children who made fun of me for how I looked. I'm not bitter, I promise. Okay, now let's talk about what happened. I know. Finally. Okay, first of all, I feel like I need to make something clear that I have never said before. I think that single individual hairs are the devil. Is it just me? Because they're disgusting. When I feel a hair slide out of my head and down my back and down my leg, y'all know what I'm talking about, and then I see it on the like shower drain and it's all squiggly and twisted and bent up because it's wet, I have one singular reaction. I'm not joking. I want to projectile vomit. I want to set a teddy bear on fire. Anyway, so let me tell you guys what happened when all of this hair just came out of my head the other day. So there I was in the shower, right? I was washing my hair and finger detangling, but I did notice that there seemed to be like an unusual amount of hair coming out when I was shampooing, and then also when I rinsed and when I conditioned. Basically, it kind of felt like if I breathed too hard, the hair would just fall out. So like needless to say, the back wall of my shower was just plastered in way more hair than I have ever had before. Like it literally looked like some 1970s porn guy with like a super hairy chest and a really thick mustache was standing in front of me. And there we are. He's looking at me, I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, looking at him. It's weird. But I finished sudsing and rinsing and stepped out of the shower and proceeded to do my next least favorite thing in the world, and that is to brush and to braid my hair. So I first grabbed this and was just like combing out like any remaining loose tangles that I had, and I saw like hair was just coming out attached to my comb. So then I usually move on to this brush, and so I was like brushing it out in small sections. A whole lot more hair was coming out. But this time it was like these huge chunks that like were grouped up that were coming out. That's what all these darker strands are that you see. It looks darker because those aren't like single strands. Those are literally groups of 25 to 30 strands that all came out from the exact same place, which freaked me the f out. scalp. Now, I don't know why, but I saved some of the hair. If this was normal for me and I was used to seeing this, then it wouldn't be a big deal, but this is literally just from one section of my head. That doesn't seem normal to me. You know, it's kind of amazing that I can go in an instance from being the internet dumbass who risks every single follicle on my very obviously stan-worthy head by going to the worst rated hair salon and basically having everything ripped out with no apologies, to literally just minding my own business, washing my hair, and having huge clumps fall out, thus ushering in a total and complete meltdown. It was not my finest moment. Like, you know, it's like those struggle tears where like you know you shouldn't cry, but like you want to, but like you shouldn't. But then, see, I did the thing that you're not really ever supposed to do when you're totally slightly kind of emotional. I posted on Instagram stories. But I did actually learn something really valuable from posting those clips on Instagram, that you should really be following me on Instagram if you're not already, because honestly, like, who doesn't want the surprise video of clumps of hair scrolling down their feed? I know I do. You should be following me. You know what? I'm gonna post this photo on my Instagram right here. So if you go and you follow me, leave a comment with the shower emoji, because I just discovered that the shower emoji exists. It'll let me know that you guys are from this video, and I will like and I will respond to you. Okay, back to the thing. So after posting those clips on Instagram stories, a lot of people were like, okay, that's more hair than you should probably be losing, which then jump started me into doing a little bit of research about all of this stuff that I thought you guys might find useful. So let's just go over that right now. Now, we all know what the basic actual intention of hair is for, right? Right, what, actually, no, I don't even know what the hell hair is for. Let's look this up really quick. What is the purpose of hair? The functions of hair include protection, regulation of body temperature, and facilitation of evaporation of perspiration. What? Do you guys think that they felt smart writing that definition? Like, the facilitation of evaporation of perspiration. Because I don't know about you, but I sure feel smart as hell after reading that. Like, where are my glasses? Bitch, I'm a genius! I'm sorry, I got a little sidetracked. Let's read on. So, hairs develop in the fetus as epidermal downgrowths that invade the underlying dermis. I feel attacked. Like, you okay, sis? Actually, no, my epidermal downgrowths invaded my dermis and now I don't know who I am. Okay, got it. Okay, so let's get scientific for a moment, because I did want to try and understand like a few hair mechanics, and looking at the first thing that Google told me, because honestly that's all the amount of time I'm going to spend on this, I learned a few things. How much hair does a person have on their head? The average person has about 100,000 hairs on their head at one time. And interestingly enough, it also says the number of hairs that you have on your head can vary depending on what color your hair is. So then I decided to look up how much hair does a person lose a day. This says it's normal to shed between 50 and 100 hairs a day. And then it says that every 2 to 3 months resting hairs shed, meaning that you could actually during that time period be losing anywhere from 150 to 200 hairs per day. So I do think by that estimation there is a chance that I'm just in like a super shedding phase, but I don't know if I'm leaning towards that, because wouldn't I have seen that happen like every 3 to 4 months? So honestly, my first like gut reaction, and something that a lot of you guys told me, was that it could likely be due to stress. And as I just learned, stress in relation to your hair can cause something called telogen effluvium. I have no idea if I'm saying that right, so we'll just call it TE for short, because I can't be bothered. So if we go balls deep on our investigation here, according to Medical News Today, telogen effluvium is a form of temporary hair loss that usually happens after stress, a shock, or traumatic event. And that usually within a few months of the stressor, the hairs fall out. So like, the hair doesn't fall out immediately then. It might not happen until a few months later. Now, I do know that there are tons and tons of you guys who are also experiencing quite a lot of stress. There's the pandemic and work and finances and the election and just, you know, the general show that 2020 has proven to be. But on top of all of this, or really like probably triggered from a lot of this, I have been going through something that has been just like painful and stressful, and I have been like really torn about talking about it because I am also just really scared. But it has taken a pretty significant toll on my mental health, and I think now maybe my physical health. I'm scared how you guys are gonna react. So I don't know, like if I wind up sharing this stuff with you guys, you'll definitely know what it is when you see it, trust me. I just ask that you guys please just be kind to me. Okay, enough of that. Let's pick things back up. Now, I will say that this little like experience had me thinking more about the actual role that hair plays in our lives. And I think that hair, or like the lack of hair, often plays a big part in our identity and a means of how we express ourselves. For some people, it's a source of empowerment and what makes them feel beautiful or sexy, while for others it could create a lack of self-confidence and can be the source of bullying and shame. And I, for one, have been on the receiving end of both of those identity spectrums, if you will, and I'm sure that like many of you probably have as well. And really the main reason, if we want to like take it there, for why I was so bullied over this curly monstrosity that ejects itself from my head is because racist. I have been called names for my natural hair. I have been spit on because of my hair.
Is that all her hair?
I have been made to feel like a circus animal because of my hair. Ooh, can I touch it? Let me touch it. I'm gonna touch it. Here I am, touching it without asking. I have been straight up told that I'm lying, that there's no way that my hair is actually mine.
That is straight up a weave. A weave. And a bad one at that.
And that kind of stuff started in middle school. Middle school. Like, what am I to you? Some toddlers and tiaras reject? Sit down, bitch. But it gets more sinister when I realize like that mentality around hair actually is trying to affect mine and like people like me's ability to succeed in life. Like I've actually had brands tell me that my hair looks too ghetto and therefore they won't hire me. Or that my rat's nest isn't professional and that stick, straight, sleek hair is the only way to have a very classy, put together persona. It's so absurd that we actually have something now happening right now called the Crown Act, which is an act that is aimed at banning discrimination based on hair texture and style. And so far, race-based hair discrimination is only illegal in 7 states. That literally means that I could go to 43 states in this country and be discriminated against because of my hair texture, and that would be legal. Cool, 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 cool. Love it. But I do think the need for self-love and hair appreciation, no matter what your hair texture is, or even if you don't have any hair, I do think that it's really important. Like for real though, and like I know this might sound cheesy to some people, but the more I think about all that I've been through with my hair, for me it's just kind of like another little thing that I have managed to survive this bullshit that the world has thrown at me because of how I look, and so I've been able to grow a sense of pride in who I am. Get it? Grow? Like grow my... Okay, I'm sorry. I'd actually really love to hear from you guys in the comments if any of you have ever experienced like excessive hair shedding. I've been doing some research on like hair strengthening and hair growth products, but honestly like 90% of them just look like scammy snake oil to me. And so leave me comments if you guys have any suggestions. If you have no experience with any of this and your hair is fine, or like you don't have any or whatever, then just, I don't know, leave a comment and tell me your most embarrassing hair story, because I don't know about you, but I could really use a laugh right now. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting all of the updates with my hair as well as this photo right here, so make sure to comment with the shower emoji. And you know, I do want to say that no matter what your hair or lack of hair looks like, I just want to remind you that like you're kind of the shit. You're pretty awesome. But you know, honestly, with all of this, what do I know? I'm just some girl on the internet. Over there, hair. Over there, hair. Underwear, bitch, I said hair everywhere. Work.
Oh my gosh.
Work.
Is that all her hair?
Work. Work, 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 work.
Why did you